Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Pro. In this occasion, I would like to present about my research summary. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Kadek Julia Estiana, and my research is about smartphone effect on academic performance of higher learning students. Research by Luxkel Kibona and Gervas Magaya. The first is, what is the research about? The research about to know how the students are using smartphones and then find out the impact of smartphone on academic performance of learning students in Tanzania. And then the result shows about 8 categories for surveys. And the problem is 86% students are addicted to using smartphone and 65% of them using smartphone for academic purposes. And then what is the solution? The solution is make some restriction on the use of smartphones. And then what I found interesting is first one is gender. In gender, there are 2 gender. The first one is female and male students. The interesting in this part is the female student 57% use smartphones more than male student 43%. And then second is age. In age 20 and until 25 of students are using smartphone than under 20 or above 30 or 35. It is because in age 20 until 25, they are mostly not married, so they usually communicated by sending message and using social media. And then the third is the use of smartphone. Majority of students in 65% are using smartphone for social purpose than academic purpose. For social purpose, they using smartphone to send message, use social media, and then for academic purpose, they use smartphone for sharing materials and taking notes. And then the fourth is smartphone addiction. 86% of students addicted use smartphone, and then they cannot afford to switch off because they put their attention on their smartphone in writing message, call, or emails for their friends. And then the last is the average GPA per semester. 48% of respondents had a GPA below 2.5 and only 4% achieved a GPA above 4.4. And then my question and criticism in this article is the first one is this the study generalizes findings but doesn't explore outside about the findings. For example, doesn't explore the internet access in the campus or university, and then the social norms in there, and then the last the economic factors. The second is all data in this article are self-reported and subject to risk of bias. And then the last is the study links low GPA to smartphone use, but doesn't rule out other factors. And then the last is how this affect my teaching. In my future teaching, I will use smartphone-free zones during class time to get more attention from the student to the learning process. And then the second, utilizing smartphone into interactive tools such as quizzes, Kahoot, and WordWall, and etc. All right, that's all about my presentation today. Thank you, and I'm sorry if there is a mistake. Thank you.